As I understand it, we've got 4 car clubs here. 4 car clubs, not just 4 people, 4 car clubs. So I'm going to try. What are the car clubs? Give me, yell one out.
Blacktop Barons.
What is it?
Blacktop Barons.
And who else?
Kings.
Voodoo Kings, Blacktop Barons.
The Retired Sparks.
And?
Either repeat it.
Roller Rockers.
Are you guys? 5 car clubs. Go ahead.
Roman Chariots.
Roman Chariots. Okay, all of you guys.
Either repeat the return is fine.
All of you guys have a specific theme here. Am I correct? Rad rods?
Yeah, we don't like the term rat
Okay,
rod.
what do you like?
I call them hot rods.
Okay. Anybody else want to define it? Help me. Huh?
Pre-64 Customs, All-American.
You guys are killing me. Let me start over here at this end. Tell the folks who you are.
My name is AJ.
AJ, where are you from?
Dyer, Indiana.
Okay, and which one is yours?
The 61 F100.
Okay, the truck all the way at the end.
Yes.
What is it?
It's a 61 F100 daily driver.
Okay, and what brings you down here today?
Something I've done a couple of years in the past.
Not with that truck. I don't know with that truck.
No, with different cars.
Okay,
Ford
great.
Bears.
Oh, Bear guy.
Yes.
You know Larry Claypool.
Yes.
There you go. And you are
My name's Adam from Oklahoma.
from Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
What you bring today?
I brought the 54 Chevy, red and white one.
Red. Oh, behind the tree. Okay.
Is it?
And what is it?
It's a 53 Chevy or 54 Chevy Delray base model.
With scallops?
With scallops.
You're too young. You didn't know what scallops means, do you?
Scallops,
Okay. All right. You know when they were done, right?
Excuse me?
You know when they were done.
50s and 60s.
Mid-50s, yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-50s. It was either flames or scallops. Okay. And you are.
I'm Rob from Marionette Park, Illinois.
And what did you bring?
55 Chevy over here.
Okay. Nice 2-door sedan. And that'd make a nice street ride, you know.
Or a custom.
Or custom. Yeah, I guess you're more of a Barris guy.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, what we're talking about is so that you understand, when I say a Barris guy, these guys seem too young to know who that is, but back in the days of the mid-50s, you did hot rods, which meant performance, horsepower, all that kind of stuff, or you did customs, and George Barris was considered the king of the customs, and I've interviewed him several times. He's a really nice guy, but guys, the reason I say you're too young is he's about my age and I'm 70, so yeah.
By Winfield.
Oh, so you're okay. So is this part of it? Are you guys into like the 50s thing? Is that help the audience understand? Please step forward.
My name's Brian. I brought my 53 Chevy out today.
Side pipes.
Well, yep, it has side pipes and some bare metal, and we're ready to cruise.
Okay. Now you know we used to call those that particular kind of side pipe.
Lake Pipe.
There you go, lake pipes. Not bad. Let's get the lady up here. We never miss it. We never miss a pretty girl, please. And you are.
Ivana from Park Ridge.
Okay. What club are you with?
The Retarded Sparks.
Okay. Do I actually have to talk to the guy?
Yes.
Okay. And you are.
Mikey 62.
And no, give me your name first.
Mikey 62.
That's your name.
That's my name.
Okay.
It's on the jacket.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got a 62 Chrysler 300 Sport.
Now, this is when they were still Chrysler 300s, or did they have 4-doors then?
They did have 4 doors, but this is a 300.
This is a real 300.
Yep.
Okay, the engine?
383.
Okay,
Dual 4 barrels. It's pretty simple.
was that factory?
No.
Okay.
Not much factory left about the car.
Okay. And you are?
I'm Ryan from Aurora.
And what'd you bring?
50 Chevy pickup.
Okay, Donna, what are you doing with it?
I don't know, I bagged it out about 5 years ago and just been driving it, having a good time, hanging out with my boys.
Okay, you enjoyed that period of time, is that it?
Oh yeah, we're all about the 50s, you know, like you said, pre-60s, or pre-64 customs, and
Okay.
this is what we're into.
Okay, and you are?
I'm Rob from Joliet.
And what'd you bring?
My 56 Mustang.
Okay, that's a pretty new car.
It is new, but I got a 62 Falcon I'm redoing, so
So you fit in.
yeah.
And you are?
Adam Searle from Des Moines, Iowa.
What did you bring from Des Moines, Iowa?
Well, my car is actually still in Des Moines. I drive a 62 Chrysler Newport, and I got a 63 Ford Fairlane and a 59 Chevy wagon.
So you're really into it then?
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually play in a band and stuff.
Okay, guys, I want you to help the audience. I want you to help the audience understand this.
All right.
Because you're all too young, and when I say too young, I envy you for the age you are, but I went into high school in 1957, graduated in 1961, Elvis Presley hit in 1956, just the year before I went to high school. Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis.
You like my band then?
Yeah, well, I like all that stuff, but I want there's something I want. This is something that's continually argued about. It's about the 50s, whether it was better or not. Well, I lived it, and I can tell you, the answer to that is yes and no. In many ways, it was better, and I'll tell you how it was better. An average man with an average job could afford a modest home and maybe a new car every 2 or 3 years, and mom could stay home and raising the kids. We didn't have 13-year-olds shooting each other. On the other hand, let's not forget Korea, polio. Do you guys even remember polio? Well, that was, I'm telling you, every parent was scared to death every summer, public swimming pools, that they were afraid the kids were going to get polio. So they had their share of scares back then too. On the other hand, we also saw the birth of hot rodding. We saw the birth of custom cars and all the rest of it. So the answer is both yes and no. On balance, because of the economics, yeah, I think the 50s were a better time to live. I really do. Do I have part of how you guys feel about this or no?
Absolutely.
You had mentioned that you envy us, but it's really us that envy you. We're just trying to keep this whole thing alive and emulate what you guys were doing in your driveways and garages across the United States back in the 50s and early 60s. We're just trying to keep it alive so the kids of tomorrow can know what was going on with the scene that you grew up in.
Okay, have you guys seen the picture? It's one that's pretty common now of the guys that are bent over the hood of a 50 Merc. Have you seen?
Yeah.
That picture is that.
Life magazine.
I'll tell you what, that picture is perfect, and do you know why? Take a look at the guys' cuffs on their pants. Some of the guys had stovepipe cuffs, which means 4 to 6 inches long, and some of, yes, that's, there you go, put it up on the rock. Some of the guys had stovepipe cuffs, and other guys had just a little tiny cuff. And what I can tell you is that period in the mid-50s is when it changed. The earlier 50s had the stovepipe cuffs, and as the time went on, it went to a smaller and smaller cuff till the cuff disappeared. But that picture really revealed that if you look at all of the cuffs. Have you noticed that?
It's a great picture. It's a great poster.
It's an awesome picture, and I can tell you that's what the 50s was like. That picture shows it. Anyway, anybody want to say anything else? Hey, there you go. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for it's the first time down for you guys. You've been down. First time. Well, hopefully you'll make it a part of your Thanksgiving every year. We're here from 9 till noon. Pleasure having you here. Bring something from Iowa.
Yeah.
Bring something from Iowa next time.
The other thing is too is that we all believe in that these cars should be driven. Yeah. These shouldn't be stuck in a garage all winter long. We drive these cars all winter, all over the country, and that's what it's about. It's hot rodding all over the place.
I agree, except for one problem. There's going to come a time, maybe in 30 or 40 years, when these things become so rare that you can't afford to let them deteriorate because you become sort of a curator for the past. There will never be another one of these. And when this becomes the last one in existence.
That's what the best thing about these are compared to the plastic new cars that everybody keeps on buying is that we can rebuild these and we can patch all the metal that needs to be put in. We can redo the frames on these, everything.
How old are you?
25.
Young man, he still thinks he can redo them. Good for him. Good for him. Anyhow, we're having fun down here at the Rock. Thanksgiving 2013. Hopefully, if you didn't come this year, you come down next year. They don't seem to be cold. I guess I'm the only one that's cold.
It's interesting to hear young people talking wistfully about the 50s, and they seem to have it about right. Now, before we go any further, I want to